Hello. Yeah. So coming to the chart of accounts, I was asking you about the difference between the. Is my voice audible, everyone, or is it low? Not low. I hope. Okay. So I have said you. You said me that three different chart of accounts are there. One is operational, and another one is group chart of accounts and country specific chart of accounts. And what is the difference between these two group chart of accounts and country specific chart of accounts? Any idea? What? What? Okay, day-to-day transactions in hmm, every day, whatever the activities we are doing in the business, those are hmm, so those are called. Okay, this is used for daily transactions. Operational chart of accounts is used for daily transaction to post daily transactions. And what about group chart of accounts and country specific chart of accounts? The difference between these two. Consolidation purpose. Group chart of accounts is used for consolidation purpose and to provide group chart consolidated financial statements. That is group chart of accounts. Okay. Okay. At corporate or client level. Next, country specific chart of accounts. No, auditing will be done here also. Here also, in any chart of accounts, auditing will be done. Auditing is compulsory in order to pay IT in our local. Okay. 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 But why? Okay, but why? Okay, that is correct. Whatever the answer you said is correct. That is used for local reporting, and as per the country, we are going to use country specific chart of accounts. But when we already have operational chart of accounts, why a different chart of accounts is used country specific? Here also we can use the same rules. Whatever the country is telling, the same rules can be applied in here also in operational chart of accounts. Why are we using country specific chart of accounts? Hmm. Hmm. Um, So you are telling that if we have yeah, if we have India and America, both countries are there. In India, we are using one one minute. Yes, hello. Yeah. So we were speaking about the country specific chart of accounts. Country specific chart of accounts, as you said, we have two countries, and in two countries we have two companies, two company codes. So here also we have operational chart of accounts, here also we have operational chart of accounts. Then why should we create country specific chart of accounts again? Already operational chart of accounts we are following one. Here also we are following one operational chart of accounts. We can apply the same rules for this operational chart of accounts, no? Why are we creating a different country specific chart of accounts for two different company codes? Understood? Huh. Hmm. Yeah, here also I am using gap. Okay, and here I'm using IFRS. Okay, so a gap can be used in operational chart of accounts. IFRS can be used in this operational chart of accounts. Why should we create again country specific chart of accounts? In operational chart of accounts also we have the same rules. Yeah, please go ahead. Somebody was speaking. Legal require legal requirement purpose we are using country specific chart of accounts. Here also legal requirement purpose also we can use in operational. Hmm. 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 Mhm. Okay, did I send you this example? For example, we have Dubai. We have three countries: Dubai, India, and America. Three countries we'll take. So in these three countries, Dubai, India, and America. In Dubai, we have no tax. There is no tax in Dubai till now. In India, we have tax. But the thing is, how we need to pay tax is, did I given you this example, Dubai, India, and America? Did we took this example? In India, how we'll calculate the tax? For example, depreciation is there. We purchase car for 1 lakh. if we want to calculate depreciation on this 1 lakh at 10%, first out of this 1 lakh we will deduct the scrap amount, because after 10 years I will get 10,000 rupees when I sell the asset after using the entire asset. For example, I purchased a car can run for 1 lakh kilometers. 1 lakh kilometers I drove. After that I cannot drive. Even though if I drive, I'll get so much of maintenance cost. So what I did, I sold that car. When I sell that car, even after the full life period, that means 1 lakh kilometers he given me the capacity, I used 1 lakh kilometers. Even though if I sell that, others also cannot use. If I sell this car, even without the usage capacity, I'll get 10,000 as a scrap value. Is it correct or not? In India, there is a car which is not used. It is totally a scrap. We cannot use that. Engine is gone. Even though if we sell that car, will we get the scrap value in India for that entire raw material, iron, whatever is there? So that is why, to calculate the depreciation from 1 lakh, I am going to deduct 10,000, because 10,000 is the scrap value. So what is the exact cost? Exact cost is 90,000 only, because 10,000 I'm getting it back after the usage. So what is the exact cost of that car for me? 90,000. Even though I given 1 lakh, after 1 year or 10 years, I'll get 10,000 back if I sell that car, even at the scrap value. So the exact cost, what is the effective cost of the car which I purchased, is 90,000. On this 90,000, we need to charge the depreciation at 10%. That means 9,000 every year. Okay, understood? In America, what happens is, for example, the same car value is 1 lakh. If I sell the car at a scrap value, they will not give us the amount. They will ask us the amount. We need to pay 10,000 in America. We cannot scrap the vehicle. What they will ask is, you are giving us the scrap. We need to recycle it and we need to create a new product. So to recycle it, we expense so much of amount. So you give me the amount of 10,000 rupees. They'll ask in that way. We cannot throw anything. If you see in America, if we throw anything on the roads, like any plastic or any fruit peel, there will be a case on us. Why? Because there is a cost for the scrap also. Even for the dust which we throw. If we throw that dust, we need to give the amount and throw. In the same way, even for car or any furniture or any material, we'll not get the scrap value there. If we throw it, they'll put a case. If we give, they'll ask us the money. So anyhow, the cost will be extra. 1 lakh plus 10,000. Now what is the cost of the car for us? 1 lakh 10,000. So here at 10%, if we charge the depreciation, what will be the depreciation at 10%? 11,000. The depreciation is 11,000 here in America. Here the depreciation is 9,000. For example, now this is the exact calculation of depreciation. Here there is no tax. Tax itself is not there. So depreciation, if you charge or not charge, it doesn't matter in Dubai. But here there is no tax. Here also we have not calculated any tax. But why we are talking about this is, now we are going to calculate the tax. For example, in this year we received amount of 5 lakhs is our income. We need to remove the expense. So less 9,000 depreciation. This is an expense. This is what we have decreased from the income. Now what is the amount which we have? 4 lakh 91, huh? 91,000, no, 4 lakh 91,000. And here, for example, here also we had 5 lakhs income. This is the income less 11 lakhs, sorry, 11,000. This is depreciation. What is the amount now? 4 lakh 89,000. Now if we calculate 10% in tax on this, on 4 lakh 19,000, if we apply 10,000 10% as tax, what is the tax on 4 lakh 91,000? 10% of 4 lakh 91,000. Hello, 4,910 rupees we need to pay as a tax. After paying the tax, how much I'll have? 4 lakh 91,000 minus 4,910 rupees. Give me the answer. 4 lakh. Is it correct? Correct, huh? 4 lakh 86,090. This is the actual profit. Now, in America, same 10% if we charge 4 lakh 89,000 means 4,890, I think. So now less this and give me the answer. So in India, how much we are having in our pocket after tax? Same cost. Car cost is same. Car cost is 1 lakh here. Here also 1 lakh. Okay. Depreciation 10%. Here also depreciation 10%. Here also 10% tax. Here also 10% tax. Everything is same. But the thing is, everything is changed because of this scrap value. In India, we have 4,86,090 rupees in our hands after tax. In America, we have 4,84,110 rupees. And in India, they will tell us how much to charge on, for example, this is car. On car, how much amount to be charged on car. For example, in India, they'll tell us to charge 10% as a depreciation on WDV method. In America, they'll ask us to charge 15% on as WDV method by following WDV. So as per Indian government rules, we are charging 10%. As per American government rules, we are charging 15% WDV. Okay. This is why different countries, different taxation structure, different rules. So here we are paying 10% tax on 4 lakh 91,000. But in Dubai, if we see, because there is no tax, even though we charge 10%, even though we charge this 20% depreciation, nothing matters because tax is not there. And even though if there is tax, it will be very less, just a nominal value, like how much we pay for water, 10 rupees or 5 rupees, same like that it will be, not percentage. Okay. And Now we need to understand, this is actually the structure. What is a different taxation structure? I am just making you understand. And there is a difference between operational chart of accounts and country specific chart of accounts. We'll take a small 10 minutes break and we'll start. Okay, we'll meet by 11:50. Is it fine? Hi all, I'm back. It's been a bit late. I'm sorry. Anyhow, no problem. We have another 40 minutes. Am I audible? Is everyone there? Yeah. Yes? Mm-hmm. Oh, డిప్రిసియేషన్ అవును, మీరు చిన్న డౌట్ అన్నారు, ఇంత పెద్ద డౌట్ ఎలాగ అడుగుతారండి? ఉమ్. ఎవరి దగ్గర నేర్చుకున్నారు? ఏ కోర్స్ అది? ఉమ్. ఏం చెప్పారు? ఉమ్. ఓకే. ఉమ్. ఫస్ట్ అది ఇవ్వాలి. అప్పుడే మనకు కరెక్ట్ కాస్ట్ తెలుస్తుంది కదండి. ఇప్పుడు మరి డిప్రిసియేషన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు డిప్రిసియేషన్ దేని మీద క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం? యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూ మీద. అసలు యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూ అంత తెలియాలి అంటే స్క్రాప్ వాల్యూ తీసేస్తే కదండి యాక్చువల్ కాస్ట్ తెలుస్తుంది. మనం మొత్తం డిప్రిసియేషన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత లాస్ట్లో స్క్రాప్ వాల్యూ తీయలేము, ఎందుకంటే డిప్రిసియేషన్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 10% ఉంది. 1 minute. Is my screen visible? No. 1 minute. సో మేబీ వాళ్ళు కరెక్ట్గా చెప్పింటారు కానీ మీరు కరెక్ట్ వినింటారు. ఈసీసీలో కూడా ఎక్కడైనా ఏ ఎంబీఏ అయినా పిహెచ్డి అయినా కూడా వాళ్ళు కరెక్ట్గా చెప్తారు, మీరు కరెక్ట్గా నోట్ చేసుకోలేదు. ఉమ్, కాదు కాదు. ఉమ్, అవును. ఇప్పుడు ఉమ్, అర్థమైంది. ఉమ్, ఉమ్, ఎంత? 1 lakh. ఓకే. 10% ఎన్ని ఇయర్స్కి? యూస్ఫుల్ లైఫ్ ఎంత? ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ అవును, నాకు క్లియర్గా చెప్పండి. ఇప్పుడు డబ్ల్యూడివి ఉంది ప్లస్ ఎస్ఎల్ఎం ఉంది. 2 మెథడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి మనకి డిప్రిసియేషన్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయడానికి. ఈ 2 మెథడ్స్‌లో డబ్ల్యూడివి అయినా, ఎస్ఎల్ఎం అయినా ఏదైనా మనం పర్సెంటేజ్‌లోనే ఉంటది. నో, కాకపోతే ఎస్ఎల్ఎంలో ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఓన్లీ ఒక్కసారి పర్సెంటేజ్ తీసుకుంటాం. సేమ్ అమౌంట్ ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం. డబ్ల్యూడివిలో ఏదైతే వాల్యూ ఉందో దాని మీద పర్సెంటేజ్. సో, ఇది మరీ కాంప్లికేటెడ్. ఇప్పుడు మనం డౌట్ ఏదైనా రెండిట్లో ఏదో ఒకటి తీసుకోవచ్చు. సో, డబ్ల్యూడివి తీసేద్దాం. ఎస్ఎల్ఎం చూస్ చేసుకుందాం. సో, ఈ 10% ఎన్ని ఇయర్స్‌కి? 1,00,000 ఇంటూ 10%. ఓకే. ఇట్ బికమ్స్ లైక్ 10,000. అది ఎన్ని ఇయర్స్‌కి? ఇప్పుడు 10 ఎలాగ 9 ఇయర్స్? 10,000 10 టైమ్స్ వస్తది గదండీ. 10 టైమ్స్ 10 ఇయర్స్ చేస్తేనే గదండీ 1,00,000 మనకి రీచ్ అవుతాం. అది అది వేరు. అది తీసుకోకండి. ఇప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు మన కొత్త డౌట్, కొత్త ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకుందాం. అది మళ్ళీ నేను చెప్తాను కావాలంటే. ఇది అది 2 ఒకటే. కానీ మీరు చెప్పింది దాని మీద డౌట్ ఉంది అంటున్నారు కదండి. ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పే డౌట్ ఇది 10 ఇయర్స్, ఇప్పుడు 10%, సో 10,000 అలాగే ఎన్ని 10లు కలిపితే మనకి 1,00,000 వస్తుంది? హౌ మెనీ టెన్స్ ఇఫ్ వి కంబైన్ ఇట్ బికమ్స్ 1,00,000? 10 times. So that means 10 years we need to depreciate. So 10 years, every year I need to depreciate 10,000. So 1,00,000 is gone. But after 10 years, if I sell this vehicle, I am getting 10,000. So this 10,000 where I need to keep? Where I need to calculate this 10,000? 10,000 is it an income? Government will ask 10,000 how did you get? I'll tell it is based on the asset which I sold. If I tell like that, he will ask me to pay 30% on this. On 10,000, he will ask, okay, this is the profit which you got. You pay me 30%. He'll tell. On 10,000, we need to pay 3,000. But in the previous example, if we see, on 10,000, we are paying only 10%. Only 1,000 we are paying. If you deduct scrap value, if you don't deduct the scrap value, the tax will be 3,000 on this 10,000. If you deduct the scrap value, the tax on the scrap value will be only 1,000. So you want to pay 3,000, don't deduct. If you want to pay 1,000 only, you can deduct. If you don't pay, you need to pay. Definitely you need to pay, because that becomes a capital gain again. No. Scrap value ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందంటే, మనం ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక కార్ 1,00,000 kilometers we can drive. So we will see that we drove 1,00,000 kilometers. We will not think that we are selling it at 50,000 kilometers only. We will not see like that. We will think that I will sell it after using the entire kilometers. After the using entire kilometers, anyhow, you will have the value of that iron. They'll just make how much is the weight of that car, and based on that how much iron is there, based on that everything, they will give us, for example, 10,000 or 20,000, like that. Mm-hmm. అవును. అవును. Mm, mm. అప్పుడు మొత్తం రైట్ ఆఫ్ చేసేస్తాం. మొత్తం ఎంత వాల్యూ ఉందో, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు 1,00,000కి కొనుక్కున్నాము, 5 years మనం వీ హ్యావ్ యూస్డ్ దట్ కార్. సో 50,000 మీరు చెప్పినట్టు స్క్రాప్ వాల్యూ డిడక్ట్ చేయకుండా చేస్తే, ఆఫ్టర్ 5 years the value of the car will be 50,000, because already 150,000 is been depreciated. So now the car value is 50,000, but because we damaged it, the car value became 20,000. Now we want to sell this car. Because of the damage, the value is reduced. Actually, if we sell after 5 years, we need to sell it for 50,000, but we have damaged the car and we are selling it for 20,000 only. Now the car value is 20,000. So 30,000 whatever is there, we will write off like it is loss. We will make it as loss account debit, or abnormal loss, we can call it as abnormal loss account debit to car account, 30,000. So now the car value become 20,000. So 20,000 we are going to sell. So bank account debit 30,000 to asset account debit 20,000, sorry, 20,000. Hmm. ఒక్క ఒక్క నిమిషం. సో మీరు చెప్పేది ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 1,00,000, దీంట్లో -10,000. సో టోటల్ కార్ కాస్ట్ is 90,000. So 90 out of 90,000, it is we are depreciating at 10%. That means 9,000. So after 5 years, what will be after 10 years? Okay. Huh. Hmm. Certain. Okay, 30,000. Hmm. ఆ, చేయాలి. క్యాపిటల్ గెయిన్ కదండి. లాస్ 20,000 మీదనే చేయాలి మీరు. ఎందుకంటే ఆల్రెడీ ఈ 10,000 మనకి యాడ్ అయిపోతుంది కార్ వాల్యూకి. కార్ వాల్యూ అంత ఇప్పుడు 1,00,000 కదండి. ఈ 30,000లో 10,000 విల్ బి యాడెడ్ బ్యాక్ టు ద కార్. బికాస్ నౌ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు పర్చేజ్ ఎ కార్, 1,00,000 why we are depreciating? After 10 years, we need to purchase the car. If we want to purchase the car, we need to have 1,00,000 now after 10 years. But we have depreciated how much? 90,000 only. Another 10,000 we are going to add back from this and it becomes 1,00,000. Now we are going to purchase a car with this 1,00,000. And how much is the again this 10,000, if we add this again, we are going to depreciate scrap value again 10,000, depreciate again 90,000, and it will be again, it will be coming back here. But the thing is, you need to pay only on 20,000. Capital gain is only 20,000. Okay, 30%. And here, as you said, the 10,000, this is added back to the again a new car. Again that will be again deducted and it will be again, it will be rotating, because we are purchasing the car, we are using and selling. It does not mean that we are closing down the business after this sell, or after we sell the asset of this car, after we sell the car. So depreciation we are charging to purchase the car again. It's not only like it is just to decrease the tax. That is one of the reason where tax will be decreased. Yes, that is correct. But the mm, but the main reason will be for purchasing the new car. We are accumulating the depreciation amount for 10 years and we are purchasing a new car. And that 10,000 will be added back to the new car again. మీరు బుక్లో ఎలా చేయాలనుకుంటారో అలా చేయొచ్చు. Not client requirement, based on the practices which you are following. For example, from past, they you see there are two principles. One thing is from past 10 years, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Now we are in 11th year. From past 10 years, government is telling something. That is why we are following SLM method. In first year when we started the depreciation in 1999 or 1986, at that time government has said us to follow SLM. So we followed SLM and we started doing the depreciation till 10 years. In 1997 or in 1996, they said to follow WDV. Now if we follow WDV from 11, 12, 13, 14, we cannot compare this years with the next years. Only when we follow SLM method only we can estimate, we can analyze the reports. Okay, you see one the tortoise and rabbit race will be there. So if we keep race for tortoise and rabbit, we can do anything. If we keep race only for rabbit and rabbit, then we can estimate which rabbit is strong. If we keep race for rabbit and tortoise, it will be of no use. That is some kind of animal, this is some kind of animal. So like that, only if we follow the same method, then only we can compare the sales and purchases or any reports from the next years. So now if the government says WDV, what we'll do? Okay, now we will separate this from 11th year, from 1997. We are going to we are separate this books of accounts as per WDV, as per government rules. From 11th year, we are going to follow WDV method, and as per our books of accounts from first year, what is that we are following SLM. So we are going to follow SLM as per our books of accounts, our books, we can tell. So here one amount will be there, here another amount will be there. As per WDV, we are going to calculate it, the depreciation and the tax, and as per SLM, we are going to calculate other thing. Sales amount will be same. For example, we have done sales around 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh amount will be same for this WDV as well as SLM. But the only thing is, only expenses will be changing. It will be as per WDV and it will be as per SLM. And we are going to pay tax on WDV, not on SLM. But we are going to have two reports, this reports and this reports. As per SLM, whatever the reports we have, this we are going to use it for the entire business, for the entire years of how many years we have. The same SLM we are going to follow for the another 100 years or 200 years, how many years this business will be. Again, if the government tell use another method, we are going to again change this accounts as per the government rules. But here we are going to follow only SLM. So two types of reports will be producing, one for our internal purpose, one for government purpose. So now you tell me, what is country specific chart of accounts? కనెక్ట్ అయి ఉంటుంది అంతే. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఇదే కదని చెప్పాను, ఇక్కడ ఇదిగోండి, ఇది కంట్రీ స్పెసిఫిక్ చార్ట్ ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్స్. మనకి కంట్రీలో ఒక స్పెసిఫిక్గా ఈ మెథడ్ ఫాలో అవ్వమని చెప్తున్నారు. సో యాజ్ పర్ కంట్రీ స్పెసిఫిక్ చార్ట్ ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్స్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫాలో WDV. As per operational chart of accounts, we are going to follow SLM. So operational chart of accounts is used to record the transactions, and it will be copied to WDV, this country specific chart of accounts also. But the thing is, in operational chart of accounts, we are going to record all the transactions. After recording all the transactions, we are going to calculate the depreciation as per country specific and as per our books of accounts. Our books of accounts will be used for internal purpose, and country specific chart of accounts will be used for reporting, to file IT returns or to pay the taxes for government purpose, because government is telling us to follow that. We need to follow that also. And in order to increase our business and to analyze our past balances, to analyze the data, we are going to follow SLM only, because we are already following SLM. If we change, we cannot compare things. Again, everything will be gone. We cannot compare anything. Who is that who asking these questions? Depreciation and everything. Saujanya, okay. Saujanya, are you like from CA background or accounting background? Okay. Mhm. Like, have you completed any group? Mhm. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, then this is all. Have you understood this country-specific chart of accounts and operational chart of accounts and group chart of accounts is nothing but just for consolidated consolidation purpose. Like we are going to combine all the reports and we're going to produce the reports. Mhm. రూల్స్ చాలా ఉంటాయి. నేను ఇది ఇప్పుడు జస్ట్ మనకు అర్థం అవడానికి అలాగే చెప్పాను. సో రూల్స్, దేర్ విల్ బి సో మెనీ రూల్స్. There is almost together you see Indian accounting standards you see and American accounting standards you just see. Hmm. Mhm. హ్మ్. నేను అడిగిన ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ మనం ఐఎఫ్ఆర్ఎస్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాము అమెరికాలో. అండ్ ఆల్రెడీ వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ గ్యాప్ ఇన్ ఇండియా. ఇన్ ఐఎఫ్ఆర్ఎస్ బిఫోర్ 10 years they said something. After 10 years they are telling something. Same IFRS. IFRS is same. But in 1986 they said me to follow SLM. In 2015 they asked me to change to WDV. Now how to change? IFRS is same. I am following IFRS. That time also they said me to follow. Yes, I am following. Now also they said me to follow. I am following. But if I follow in my books of accounts, I cannot compare the data. Whatever the data I stored for the another past 10 years, that is waste. If I change my everything, if I change everything, the standards and the calculation procedures, only if the calculation procedures are same, then only I can compare the data with previous years and I can estimate something for the future. Understood? Yeah, welcome. And what we'll do, we'll just create one chart of accounts. And I don't think I can complete this now because once we create the chart of accounts, we need to create account groups and then GL accounts. So in one stretch we'll complete. So we'll start tomorrow instead of today. Okay, again if we create today, it will be in parts. Today we need to create chart of accounts, tomorrow again another part we need to do. Instead of doing like that, what we'll do, we'll do it tomorrow only. Fine? Hello? Okay then. Thank you all. Have a great day.